The link proudly brought to you by Pacific Points, Cabo Enterprises, IT&E, and Jack in the Box. Let's head right into the KUAM News Zoom room, where we have standing by the new director of the Guam Public Library system, Kris Seerengan. Good morning, Kris.
Good morning, Kris. Sabrina, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Well, congratulations. I know you took the helm over there at the Public Library System. I want to say a few months back, and all the work has led up to this day, which is the reopening of the Guam Public Library System, right, Kris?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about the work. I'm pretty sure you can tell us a little bit about the lot of work that went into preparing the public libraries to reopen.
Yes. Our libraries, we have one main library in Hakatnya, and with 5 other branch libraries from Dedido, Berigada, Jonia, Agate, and Maritzo, along with our book mobile. And they haven't had a professional librarian for about more than 15 years. And this is a time there was a lot of changes took place around the world, in terms of technology, e-books, digital collection, and so forth. And unfortunately, our libraries were not able to do any of those things because there was no professional librarian due to funding issues and things like that. So as a result, our libraries suffered by not keeping up with the rest of the world. So I was a board member for a while, and I saw this concern, and there was nobody to take the task of keeping up the maintenance in terms of technology and things like that. So our governor was very concerned about that when she came to the office, and the lieutenant governor was very concerned about this, and they wanted to put a professional librarian. And as a result, I'm here now.
Yeah.
So, and at the moment, the first thing is that I was going around and see some of the things needed to be done to to manage the library professionally. And we wanted to strengthen the whatever we had, the facilities, the collection, and the e-books, and so forth. So the first thing was that I wanted to do to change the ILS, Integrated Library System. You remember the olden days, they have a card catalog.
Yeah.
From
Dewey
card
Decimal.
catalog. Yes. So when they converted the library's card catalog into the electronic system, and they had a contract with a company which was located in New Zealand, and there was very little training, even though they were paying almost close to $29,000 a year. There was hardly any training for our staff. So the public, whenever the public any patron, wanted to go into our systems and search titles and things like that, and they were not able to do that. Mm-hmm. And when I found out, and there was a system called the search module, and that was not installed in the system. So when I came and checked, and what happened to your search module, and that was not there. So we suffered, and the first thing I did was to change the system, because during those days there were very few companies were doing this kind of integrated library system, and we paid quite a bit of money, and the services, especially the communication, when we want to talk to somebody in New Zealand, it was costing quite a bit of money, and they were charging like $1,000 every time we wanted some help. And there was no help available, I would say, by looking at their record. Mm. And I said, how many times you called the Guam Public Libraries throughout the years, and who you called? And then they gave 2 names who had nothing to do with our library operation here. And all they did was they called those two people for payment every year. So that's all. So we are very fortunate to get this system, new system. We put in bid, and then there were 5 companies submitted, and one of the companies called the book system, and they submitted. We changed it. We did it within a quick time. Now we have a brand new system. People will be able to go to our library from anywhere in the world,
Nice.
and they can find out what we have in our library.
Kris?
Not only one of our libraries, also from any other branch libraries.
Yeah, Mr. Kris, I wanna bump in here because I'm a big supporter of the library. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to spend a lot of time in our public libraries here on Guam because when we were young breed, they didn't have that Google thing,
Yeah.
right? So I really feel like this is great that we are reopening the libraries, and not just reopening them, but bringing them forward to the 21st century. But I just want to go back a little bit because you had said that we have never had a professional librarian running the library system, and I just kind of want to go into your qualifications for this position, right, Kris? Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you hold all the qualifications to be a director of the Guam Public Library system?
Yes, sir. I was with DOE for quite a long time. I was a teacher at Southern High, and then I moved to JFK. I came there to teach at JFK, but then I found out that there was no librarian, so they hired me to be the librarian because at that time I was a certified librarian also. Right. So I was able to be a librarian. When we were displaced quite a long time because we were building a new, completely new campus. So while I was there, we were at Tijan, the principal of that school at the time, Mr. Chagala, kept me involved in that the process of building a nice library. So we designed together, we worked with the builder, and that as a result, we have the JFK library is the best library on the island. If you have ever been to that library, and it is a beautiful library there. So while I was there, I also got involved with the district libraries. So I saw the system they had in the libraries, in the school libraries, are not helping at all. So we changed the library system there, all 41 libraries, and we train all the 41 librarians, and they are very good libraries now. Then while I was there, and I was also got involved in the public library as a board member, and I saw that things needed to be done, and nobody was there here to get those things done, to be to the level where the people can search and find books and things like that.
Right. That's where I want to come in here, Kris, because the Guam Public Library system has traditionally been headed, I mean, not just in this administration, but previous administrations, by people who don't have a background in the library sciences. So I wanted to ask, because it was a pretty bumpy ride for your predecessor, Mrs. Arlene Santos. I remember I did a number of stories about just the staff was just very unhappy under the previous director. I mean, I'm talking like, how many people were at the public library system? There's probably like 20 employees, and they each wrote 5 letters complaining about Arlene Santos, right? So how would you say your management style differs from the previous director, and what do you feel like you're bringing to the table to kind of boost the morale of the staff? Because like you said, they haven't really been a priority for many years.
Well, it's any government organization, you have the real good ones, and there are some few may not work. But fortunately, the public library has some great people working here, and I am working very well with them. And I just want to tell you a small story. And one of the concern was that, we should open the library on Friday, because we have been going through a lot of training and things like that. And I felt it's time for us to open our library on Fridays so that the people can make use of it. So when I went to the 3rd floor, I got all the library technicians and I said, what do you think? I asked them, we have done all our training. Even if we have training, we can get it done between 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Now, 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we can let the public come to the library. They all unanimously said, let's open the library for Friday. I was so thrilled to hear that news. It was coming from them. And that itself gives a picture of, the teamwork and working together and serving the public. So I was very elevated and I was very happy. And that is the one story I can tell. And it was unanimous decision to open our public library on Friday. Starting this Friday, starting tomorrow, we will open our public library from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Right. So today, Friday, the library opens. Kris, give us an idea of when, where people can go and the schedule moving forward.
We are in the process of securing a company that will do our website. We have not done that. We are in a process. And in the meantime, they can go to our OPAC, online, public access catalog. It's called, it is called Guam PLS, GUAMPLS.booksys.net. When they go there and they can log on to their account, on the right-hand side, you'll see the log on. They can see what they have, what kind of books they have in there, how much they owe money, and that sort of that. On the left-hand side, you see the search box. When they put the title and will tell title or subject, and will tell what we have in our main branch as well as what we have in our branch libraries. So if somebody in Georgia wanted to get looking for a title at 7 o'clock in the evening or 5 o'clock in the evening or 4 o'clock, and they can search. And then let's say if we have a book, and they can go to the Georgia Public Library and get the title.
Mm-hmm. I have a question, because I think libraries are, extremely important,
yes,
especially for our children and our families, because when you go to the library, you get to go on, an adventure, right? This imaginary journey, especially when you pop open a book. So what protocols are in place, I guess, at the library, right? For when you guys have visitors, what do they need to know?
Sabrina, have you been to our children's library in Ganya branch? Beautiful children's library we got. And that is one of the libraries, one of the, the services that we provide just only for children's collection. Mm-hmm. That library itself very busy. We got quite a few people. And yesterday, we were very busy. And we can see the people are coming to the library and using and borrowing books and so forth. And this particular children's library is just only for children. Mm-hmm. And if you go inside the library, they have a library technician there helping children, helping the parents, and so forth. So that's the thing. If they want to, we are doing a lot of things. We have some short goals and then long goals. And going back to Kris, let me tell you that I also got my master's degree in library science from the University of Texas, and that school is accredited, and that meets our public law requirements. So our public law requires somebody who has a degree in library science, in master degree in library science, from an accredited school.
Yeah.
So which I attended. So that's where I was qualified.
And your predecessor didn't have that, right?
Yes.
She's just political hire. I got it. Kris, let's go in. I think what Sabrina was talking about with the protocols was relative to COVID-19. Do you got to be vaccinated to go to the library, or unvaccinated kids allowed? How do you sanitize everything? Because the library is a lot of touch points. You got to wear the mask. All the COVID stuff.
Yes, we have somebody at the front, and they will check the temperature, and they do all the things. We'll ask the same protocol that anyone goes to any public institution. So we check their temperature, we write down their name and the phone number and so forth, and then we let them come in. And we ask the same thing, same protocol. And we don't just let them in. We also monitor the number of people. So we don't want to have too many people in the library. So, we just try to get 50% of the the capacity of the building.
Right. And then what about like sanitization? Because borrowing books, right? You taking a book, someone else had it, they touched it all over. They probably took it in the bathroom.
Yes, when they bring the book, when they return the book, we do not put them on the shelf right away, and we sanitize the books, and we spray and keep it in a pot close to 48 hours, and then we put them on the shelf.
What about the personnel over there? Are they all vaccinated? That was part of the
Okay,
part of the governor's.
thank you for asking. All our staff, everybody is vaccinated.
100%?
100%.
Wow. Good job.
Yes, yes.
Did you have any challenges, or was everybody just like, yeah, okay, give me the shot, I'll take it?
Time to time we might, but not quite often. Once in a while.
Right on. Well, it's good to hear. Kris, before we let you go, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I know there's a lot of opportunities to go on the internet, right, and use computers there at the library system. So what are the rules for that, I guess, and any protocols at all?
Can you repeat one more time?
The use of the computers and the internet at the public library system.
Yes, because we have just we also going through major changes in the Gardner branch. If you come to the library, we have about 30 computers just for public use. So somebody wants to have this kind of seminar, any government department, any business, it has to be training and so forth. This is a public institution. This is for the public use. So we have 30 computers and a big screen. So anyone who wants to present something, they can use that. And also we have another room called study room, which can accommodate about 41 people. And so if you have anybody, right now we don't put all 41 people. So because of the pandemic, we can allow 20 people, and they can also have a meeting. Like for an example, the school librarians like to come to the study room and have their meetings. So they have been using that. Anyone who wants to bring that, we have some guidelines. As long as they meet the guidelines, they can use that.
No funny business, right? No
sorry?
funny business on the websites. Jason Solis can't go there and use the computer.
Yes, as long as it's for educational purpose. Also, this is the thing that I wanted to make, that we have some short-term goals for the library, which we are halfway through. As I said, strengthening our existing building and the programs and the collection and so forth. And then we changed the ILSM already. Then the Berigada Library. We will close our archive center, Berigada Archive Center, starting 25th of this month, because we are moving all the archive materials back to our Gardner branch, and then we are going to make the Berigada Library as a branch Berigada Library, because that particular library was providing all kind of library services to the community. So we start, hopefully by December, first week of December, we will be able to open our Berigada Public Branch Library.
Well, Southern Libraries, Kris, Southern Libraries are on schedule opening?
We are seriously thinking about the first week of December.
Okay, got it. Well, Kris, sounds like a lot of great changes are underway, and I think that's really evident when you get the right people with the right qualifications who know how to do the job in the place where they can do the job. So yeah, and
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we want to do a reading. So I don't know when things settle down or whatever, but we would love to do a reading. I used to go down to the library and do all kinds of readings.
Yes, please. Yeah, I would like you to come to the library and one day show there. We can meet some of our patrons, and we can visit our children's library and so forth.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you
Let
so
us
much,
know.
Kris. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
so, and then the second one is the Guam Archive Center. This branch library also is going to be like a community learning centers. So we wanted to make sure that will meet all the requirements as a community learning center. So that's also, we are in a process of doing that.
That's really great to hear, Kris. And again, we thank you for coming on and sharing this information. And everybody go to the library.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kris.
Yeah.
We'll see
Take
you.
care. Stay safe.
God bless you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
And congratulations again.